And hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Prehistoric Mini. In this video we will be covering an African Gorgonopsid, Rubidgea. Please don't hate me, Sean Falco, for using this animal. I know you use a lot of African-based wildlife for your region. Oh, also I want to point out that this is meant to be the Christmas mini special for 2023, but I've been distracted, so that explains this video's delay. Sorry about that, guys.
Where have we heard that before?
I'm gonna ignore that, and let's start the video. The first fossil of Rubidgea was discovered by C.J.M. Cooney Kitching, father of renowned paleontologist James Kitching, on the Dornberg farm outside of the small town near Bethesda sometime during the 1930s. In a paper published in 1938, Robert Broom named the fossil Rubidgea Kitching. He noted that the size of the animal would make it a new species/genus of animal. Discoveries that followed confirmed his suspicions, erecting the subfamily Rubidgeanae. However, before Rubidgea was given its official genus, the name was treated as a wastebasket taxon, a throwaway name for animals yet to be properly identified, until a later study proved the genus to be valid. The genus name was thought to have derived from Karoo paleontologist Professor Bruce Rubidgea, who helped with much of the research on therapsids of the Karoo Basin. However, the name was actually named in honor of his parental grandfather, Sidney Rubidgea, who was a renowned fossil hunter. Its species name, Atrox, derives from the Latin meaning fierce, savage, terrible. The genus Rubidgea contains 3 species, R. atrox, R. platyrrhina, and R. majora. Rubidgea belonged to a group of mammal-like reptiles called Gorgonopsids, characterized by their fangs and predatory prowess. The most infamous, and to no one's surprise, probably, is the Gorgonops. Within the Gorgonopsid family, Rubidgea belongs to a subfamily, Rubidgeanae, which are distinct from their larger bodies and are only found during the late Permian. Rubidgea is currently the largest known African Gorgonopsian, and one of the largest around the globe. However, it's outsized by Inostrancevia. The largest skulls measure 46 centimeters or 1.51 feet long. Inside this thick skull are a pair of long saber-like canines that are bigger than ones found in other Gorgonopsids. According to Dinopedia, these fangs could have been longer than Tyrannosaurus's teeth, which are about as long as a banana. All this was attached to a large, heavily built apex predator. With their large canines, it would bite through tough hides of their prey, which were devastating, causing massive blood loss. Okay, you can skip this fact if you like, but I just like some of the names that are mentioned here. A PhD thesis by Gebar in 2007 stated that the genus, Tigrisaurus, and Dinogoron quinquemolaris should be transferred to the Rubidgea synonyms, meaning they should be considered close relatives. As for now, Tigrisaurus seems to be in an odd place with Coelandina and Dinogoron. Yeah, Tigrisaurus and Dinogoron sound like pretty neat names. Like, Tigrisaurus is like a tiger dinosaur, and the other one is like a dinosaur mixed in with a goron. Anyhow, Rubidgea is the result of this year's chosen animal for the Christmas special. And yes, again, I know I am late, but the indigo disc grabbed my attention. I wanted to explore African traditions during Christmas time and wanted to have more Gorgonopsids in the series, so it's no surprise that I am happy that this animal was chosen. Anyway, let's see what this terrible African Gorgonopsid looks like as a Pokemon, and terrible I mean in a good way. Yeah, I know that's like a double negative or something, I don't know, it's chaos in a sentence. Sorry, let's go. Rubidgea were once on the brink of extinction, primarily due to them being hunted and captured by organizations such as Team Rocket. However, with help of charity organizations and Rubidgea's determination, their populations are steadily increasing. Depending on their determination and faith, Rubidgea's fangs are able to melt through rock. Despite their great power, they are quite social creatures, often found in small packs of at least 8 individuals. This is Rubidgea. This design was inspired by the holiday Kwanzaa, which is primarily celebrated by Black American people. I hope I said the name of the celebration right. I'll explain more about the design influences later on, but I hope I managed to capture the festive vibe along with attributes of Rubidgea in this design. For stats, this fire Pokemon has great attack followed with good bulk. However, it is somewhat slow and doesn't offer much in terms of its special attack. For its abilities, we have 2 Fang-based abilities, one for power and the other for gaining additional effects. Its hidden ability is essentially a fire-type equivalent to Poison Touch, having a 30% chance of burning the target upon making contact when attacking. Overall, this Pokemon is quite good, but it can be better thanks to Mega Evolution. Speaking of, let's check it out. Upon Mega Evolution, Rubidgea gains an additional pair of fiery fangs and greater agility. Unlike most other Mega Evolved Pokemon, Rubidgea are able to control their great power if they have enough confidence and faith in both themselves and their trainers. Ooh, I can't deny that Mega Evolution is still my favourite gimmick in the Pokemon games, or one of my favourites. With this design, I have taken many influences, including elements from Kwanzaa. On its nose, I have made a reference to the symbol for Kujijakula, self-determination, as that's the main theme of this Pokemon. I also took Imani and Nia into account. To further solidify this design, I used the Egyptian god Ammit, and even took elements from The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. For stats, we have a slight increase across the board, making it versatile in terms of strategy. However, it could work best as a bulky sweeper. For its ability, we have Defiant, as I thought it would add to the self-determination theme, although something tells me I'm laying that idea a bit thick. Anyhow, onto moves, and we have a lot to cover. First of all, let's start with the newest moves. First, we have Blazing Crunch. Imagine Fire Fang, but with more power. The worst case scenario that can happen to your opponent's Pokemon is receiving a critical hit, being flinched, and being burnt from a single attack. However, you also have a chance of being burnt, unless you're a Fire type. Oh, and did I mention this is a biting move? So if you don't want to Mega Evolve Rubidgea, you can have a power boost with Strong Jaw, or a secondary boost with Strong Fang. The second move is Fire Fury. If you thought Blazing Crunch is complicated, then prepare your little tush. It's a multi-striking move, much like Fury Swipes or Icicle Spear, but each hit has a 5% chance to burn the target. That means you have a 25% chance to burn if you get all 5 hits off. For regular Rubidgea, with its inability, that's a 35% chance per hit, if my math is right. And if so, it's a guaranteed burn. Oh, and I almost forgot the other crunching move, Storming Crunch. It's much like Blazing Crunch, except it paralyzes instead of burning the target. While I show the other unfamiliar moves, the ones that I have talked about in the series before, but I don't want to go over again just to save time, I'll go over how this Pokemon could perform in battle, using my limited knowledge of competitive battling. Now, Rubidgea in both forms are certainly a force to be reckoned with, but are not without their weaknesses. The regular form would struggle in a lot of ways thanks to being a mono fire type. This does include passive effects like Rain and Stealth Rock. You also have water, rock and ground types, all of which are common types. Of course, if you take Terrestrialization into account, the best type would be Dragon, as it could boost Dragon moves like Dragon Fang and Precise Fang, while resisting water type moves and taking neutral damage from rock and ground type moves. Others that offer extra power include Electric, Dark, Fire, and Ground. The Mega Form may not lose these weaknesses, but does gain an immunity to Psychic moves, at the cost of being weak to fighting moves. Excluding the Scarlet and Violet DLC Pokemon, because I haven't played all the DLC yet, shut up, here are some possible counters. Mega Lucario may be weak to fire moves, but compensates with its greater versatility and speed, plus it can hit back with an Aura Sphere or close combat. Mega Aerodactyl is slightly weaker in terms of base stat total, but would still be a fearsome opponent thanks to its greater speed, powerful attack stat, and access to rock and ground type moves. Another Mega Pokemon is Mega Blastoise, who has the bulk to survive Rubidgea's attacks, while dishing back with moves boosted by Mega Launcher like Aura Sphere and Water Pulse. Of course, Hero Palafin and Ash Greninja have greater offense and speed to extinguish Rubidgea's spirits. However, Rubidgea has great utility. In terms of speed, Dragon Dance offers that boost while also buffing its attack, but you can have a bulky approach with Stab Payback. Against other types, Thunderfang and Storming Crunch offer type coverage, while aiding with speed. For more coverage, you have Dragon and Dark moves, especially useful against Mega Charizard X or Mega Gengar. Overall, Rubidgea is certainly a solid choice thanks to its attack, bulk, and speed. Even if there is a counter, it has the move versatility to fight back. To unlock its full potential, you'll need Kuji Jagulia, Nia, and Imani. And here are their shinies. While the base form has inverted the reds and greens with blue fangs and cooler highlights, the mega form becomes blue with a brighter mane. I won't lie that these designs did take me a while to perfect, but there's always room for improvement. But overall, I hope I've made a solid Pokemon design that utilizes African elements effectively. Please lend me your thoughts in the comments. And also, I just want to quickly say thank you so much for those who voted for this animal on the YouTube community tab. Really appreciate it, and I love doing Gorgonopsids. You know, I feel like they're an underrated animal. I love to show the lesser known animals. And I hope I educated some of you on these creatures. I do apologize for the delay of this video, but I have been busy and a little bit lazy. Of course, one of those things is just improving these videos, so if you guys have any suggestions for how I can improve, please let me know down in the comments. I will make sure to shorten the intros and the endings like what I'm doing now. By the time this video comes out, it'll probably be Easter time.
Makes sense since Rubidgea most likely laid eggs.
Oh yeah, that's true. Anyway, I'd like to thank my patrons for their support. Do you like the new fancy little banner thing? Minimum cost is £1. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me in the future, you can either subscribe to this channel or check out my other social sites, which you'll find in the description below. Oh, and also don't forget to click the Bronzong. Oh, and before I forget, what extinct life form would you like to see in this series? Please let me know down below. In the past, present, or even future, I will see you there. Bye!